Hello and welcome to episode 76 of Creating a Legend. I am the FM Novice. You'll join me today as we kickstart our Champions League campaign away and at home to FC Viitorul of Romania. Since we were last together, we haven't played any games, but we have sold a player. Vladislav Gelios, or Gelchik, as I've been wrongly calling him for the last 176 matches, has left the club for about £775,000. A player we brought in during that first season in the Premier League for £40,000, and he's been a regular mainstay since that day, and we've sold him back to Belarus for £775,000. Just a good bit of business for us. A good player, found himself third choice this season behind Dembele and Spirazi. So to cash in on a guy in the last year of his contract, I think is a pretty decent bit of business. So team for today's game is Sarniowski in goal, right back is Dembele, left back is Grebnev, Kozichenko and Stavak are the two central defenders. Crush from the right, Fofana from the left, Starkov, Ekrem, Mukanzi in the middle with Gaston rolling up front. If you can just imagine the Champions League music playing as we walk onto the field there, as I'm too much of a cheapskate to try and spend the money to use the music in this video. I was imagining it would cost me the debt of a small world country. In a lot of ways, I am very, very hopeful that we'll do the business quite comfortably in this tie. We've played Romanian sides in pre-season friendlies for a number of seasons, and I can't remember us losing too many of them. As Dembele puts the ball into the box. Headed away, Ekrem now on the ball. To Mukanzi. Tries to find to Fofana, and Fofana has volleyed the ball home after 6 minutes. Viitorul 0, Gelios 1. Ivory Coast international Hamid Fofana with the volley to put us 1-0 up. Lovely play by Ekrem, finding Mukanzi. He delicately plays Fofana. That is very good technique, turning and volleying at the same time to give us an early lead. I'm hoping we can close this game out, the tie, the two legs, in this game if at all possible, just to make sure we can just rest a few players for the second leg, because we do start the league campaign a few days after that second leg as we get the ball back. Fofana driving forward, he's looking good so far, but he loses the ball, falls over himself. We get it back. Mukanzi, Starkov now finds Crush whips it across the back post. Fofana is there. Fofana makes it 2 for Fofana, 2 for Gelios, and it is looking very, very good at the moment. That all stemmed from a lovely ball by Mukanzi to find Crush, and Crush picked up the man at the back post, and Fofana does what he does best, ghosting in there and giving us a hopefully strong and unassailable 2-0 lead. The second place playoffs at the moment, which means I assume all the teams that finish second in their respective leagues are going to fight amongst themselves before going into the next round. I want to hit the group stages as Crush intercepts the ball, and I want to make sure we get into those group stages just because it gives us real strong financial benefits. Fofana looking for a hat-trick. Fofana probably should have got a hat-trick. So it's been the Hamid Fofana show in this game so far. 2-0 up at half-time, both the goals for our Ivory Coast international. You may can tell as well the voice is a bit stronger today, which is a positive. Hopefully it will be even better tomorrow as we start our league campaign. But first we've got to get through this tie. Second half has started, not a lot happening at the moment, as we have a throw in Grebnev into Fofana on a hat-trick, whips into the back post, and it's off the post, and it looks like it's going to be a free kick. Not sure why. I'm sure it was entirely justified. Free kick, whipped in, header, and it's over the bar. Burakeyu drags his shot over. Crush corner. Dembele now. Back post, and it's shot over by Fofana. He is desperately searching for his hat-trick in this one. With 13 minutes to go, I am going to make a change. We're going to bring on Sepazi for Dembele, just to give him a bit more of a run out, build up his match fitness and match sharpness, even though they are 97%. As we have a free kick, Starkov now on the ball, driving forward, looking for options. Crush plays into Mukanzi, who forces a great save from Vreem. A third goal just makes this a lot more calmer for the home leg. Ekrem now on the ball. Finds Starkov. He looks for Crush. Gives him a bit of a hospital pass, but Crush does well to play in, and it's headed off the bar, possibly, but it's saved by Vreme in the goal. Last 5 minutes of the game. We'll make another change. We're going to bring on Tanskiowski for Starkov, and we're going to bring on Kogot for McKenzie. Simply because I want to have some fresher legs in that midfield. Into the final few moments of this one, it looks like we're going to have a 2-0 lead to bring back into the second leg, and we do have a 2-0 advantage. A dominating performance. You could argue with maybe feeling slightly disappointed we've only scored 2, but that is the scoreline. Join me in a moment for the next leg. A number of changes in our side today. Sarniowski is still a goalkeeper. Back four is Stepezi, Kovachenko, Mikhaili and Grebnev. Crush, Starkov, Ekrem, Mkhitaryan, Fofana are my midfielders, and Jason Alvarado has returned from international duty and is up front for us today. I'll always say at this point that first goal is key. If we get it, we are through to the next round. If they get it, it could be a very interesting afternoon. Artem Mkhitaryan has picked up a book inside the first minute, which is a little bit of a concern. He's got to watch his step for the rest of the game, as Hamid Fofana puts us 1-0 up very, very early on. I was mentioning Mkhitaryan picking up a book, and he has just picked up an assist as well, playing through Fofana, who has put this into the next round of the Champions League. I can't see us conceding 3 goals from here. He says about to be proved very, very wrong. So half-time score is Helios 1, Viitorul 0, 3-0 on aggregate. Fofana with the goal after 3 minutes. We have had 3 bookings, and Jason Alvarado has picked up a knock. So I'm going to have to think about what's going to happen next. Just made a change at half-time. Sergic has come on for Alvarado up front. I don't really want to risk Alvarado picking up a more serious injury in that second half, and in all honesty, this game should be done and dusted now. Hope I'm not tempting too much fate by saying that twice in an episode, but they haven't looked like scoring the whole time, as they ironically do look like having maybe an attack or a highlight. But Crush wins the ball back, driving down the wing. This is the first highlight of the half, so it could disappear at any moment, but Crush gets to the byline, crosses it across, and it's deflected. Fofana could have scored, but it was a good tackle from the defender. Mkhitaryan plays it back inside, headed over by Starkov. That's Starkov is on the ball now. Crush to Mkhitaryan, shoots from distance, but just past the post. And I will make that change and take Ekrem off and bring Tanskiovsky on. There we go, done. Tanskiovsky always does get a booking, but he's a quality player. I can take 3 or 4 suspensions a season because he gives us so much as that deep line playmaker. Will they have a chance? Delveni on the ball, plays it back to his left back, Kana. And Klubakic. These names are not easy to see. Grebnev, I can pronounce his name. Starkov on the ball, Crush outside, looking for options up front. Crush to Starkov. Now Mkhitaryan can shoot. No, he can't. He plays Serdic shoots, and it's off the post. Unlucky from Serdic there, the Ukrainian striker, almost scoring his first goal for the club. Grebnev with a throw-in. Plays in Tanskiovsky. That's Ukrainian player to Ukrainian player. Back to another Ukrainian player who says we only sign foreigners here. Tanskiovsky now on the ball. Another Ukrainian player. He's fouled. That's why I signed foreigners. Karagin plays it through to Kubicic. That is a woeful effort. Fofana has had a good game, so I may look to bring him off. And I am going to bring him off. Kogot is going to come on for him, just to give him a bit of a rest, as we have Olympic D in our first league game of the season in just a few days' time. But what it will be is a very comfortable victory for Helios in the end. 1-0 on the day, 2-0, 3-0. I can't do maths there. 1 plus 2 is 3, and we are 3-0 up. And we're 4-0 up. Starkov with the goal. That's an intro that I'm probably going to have to redo because we score a late goal. But Helios are into the next round. That hasn't changed. Tansky obviously played that to Stepezi. He played it across the field. Starkov eventually got the ball after a good play from Serdic and found the bottom corner of the net. 4-0 on aggregate. 2-0 in both of the legs. A relatively comfortable victory for us. And we move on to the third qualifying. If we get through that, we'll be into the group stages, and that's when the cash will start to roll in. I will go up to the draw in this episode just to show you what we've got in the next round, and that will be the end of the episode, so bear with me. So AZ Alkmaar are the team that we play in the best placed third qualifying phase. Not going to be easy. Decent team from Holland, looking through their history, they've done pretty similar to what we've done in the last couple of seasons, doing all right in the Europa League, and now they're having a stab at the Champions League. So that will probably be that will be the next episode in a few days' time. Well, for you, it'll be tomorrow. For me, it'll be in probably about an hour's time on this game. But join me for that one. I've been the FM Novice. You've been my audience. We're talking soon. Good night.